Get ready to speak kangaroo, buddy. Okay, yeah, okay, first of all, this is a hat from, we played some Australian basketball team, and they gave us hats. Very nice of them, by the way. Anywho, Cam Waters was running 12th with 6 laps to go. Late race restart happens. He ends up in the top 5, and I had to officially come up with something to say because I try my best with any excuse to play a national anthem. We've done New Zealand, Mexico, now Australia this year. We're on pace to probably we'll probably end at 3 this year. Point being, I had nothing, and I didn't want to say emus because I know Australians and emus, woo, they've had some history. Anyways, we're not here to talk about history in Australia that are war with the emus. We're here to talk about NASCAR. The Truck Series, for the first time ever, was at Lime Rock Park. It was the Truck Series' first ever trip to northwestern Connecticut for the 1.478 mile track, which is equivalent to 2.38 kilometers. So it's a very short road course by road course standards. Usually, on average, I'd say a road course is double the length of that. But when we look at this track map, only 7 turns on this, once again, it's a short road course, but this is the weirdest thing. They mentioned it all day throughout the broadcast. Only 1 left-handed turn on this entire road course. Everything else right-handed. Another interesting fact about this track, no grandstands of any sort. No bleachers, no former stadium seats or anything. It's bring your own chairs, bring your own blankets, bring your own whatever you want to sit on. If you just want to sit on the grass, be their guest. So that's another neat thing. Good crowd, good turnout for the first ever truck race at Lime Rock Park. Really cool that this race is on the schedule, or this track is on the schedule. It's a new kind of area. I know Pocono is somewhat in the region. If you go a little bit further west, northwest technically, you get to Watkins Glen, but really cool for Connecticut at least, parts of southeast New York, even far east Pennsylvania. You could throw Rhode Island in there if you wanted to, parts of Massachusetts and whatnot, parts of these northeastern states that they get another race on their schedule that might be closer to them, because all they got up there is New Hampshire and Pocono and Watkins Glen. I guess Dover's kind of in there too, but we're not here to break down the geography. But point being, really cool of NASCAR to have this race here. Seemed like a good turnout. Seemed like fans were enjoying it. But the race itself, that's what we're here to talk about now. Due to the fact that the majority of the industry, the NASCAR Cup Series and Xfinity Series teams are in Atlanta, that is far away from Connecticut, Lime Rock Park. There were no live pit stops today, so we had zero strategy in this race today. So as a result, the race was not the greatest thing in the world. Once again, it's a fun track, fun atmosphere, but the lack of pit crews made for less strategy or no strategy at all, which gave us no opportunities to spice things up. At the end of every stage, there was a 3-minute break for everyone to adjust their cars. There was no competitive pit stops. It was 3 minutes, red flag, go do what you need to the car, change tires, pull out fenders, make your adjustments that you need to make, and that's it. That's all you get. If you have an incident on track, you can come in, I guess, but there's rules. You can only change the flat tires. It's something weird. But point being, that did just kind of make it a little bit less exciting in a sense. And as I said, this race, pretty much the same story for 95% of this race. Corey Heim led 99 of 100 laps. The only lap he did not lead was a technicality, if you ask me. Lane Riggs on a restart, the last restart I believe, got a better launch than Corey Heim. Looked like he was going to take the lead round the outside. Well, when they got to the start-finish line, Lane Riggs was ahead, so technically he led that lap, even though he wasn't the control car. And this was the big moment of the race, because as I said, for the majority of this race, nothing happened. like, there were a few incidents, like Spencer Boyd spun out. Matt Mills was the cause of that last caution. His car stalled out in the grass. We had Matt Crafton spin out, I think. I think that was it. Like, Corey Heim led every single lap. As for, like, Cam Waters, for example, I know there's some Australians watching who care about Cam Waters. He ran 12th to 16th the entire day. Nothing exciting. No spins, no incidents, no nothing. Like, just a plain old 12th to 16th place day. Restarts, he got shuffled back. Like, he started 15th, I think, and he ended up getting shuffled back to 17th that first run, but he made his way back up to 14th by the end of stage 1. After that, he literally just sat 12th to 14th rest of the day. Well, until the last restart. And then the last restart happens. This is where the biggest incident of the day happens. Final restart of the day happens. And as I said, Lane Riggs gets a better restart than Corey Heim. It's a right-handed turn. It's a long right-handed turn. Technically, it's 2 turns. Lane Riggs tries to make it stick around the outside, has a better launch, has a better restart. Like, this is his opportunity to go steal a win from Corey Heim. Corey Heim, who has lost so many truck races this year in the most odd, heartbreaking fashion, from his truck just losing power at random times at Homestead, to getting a tire cut at Martinsville, to you name it. A lot of odd, different ways that he's lost races this year. But this one did not slip away from him, because when Lane Riggs, who finally got the better restart, finally had an opportunity with about 5 laps to go, he pulled a Lewis Hamilton 2021 Baku, and he missed turn 1. As a result, everyone saw that behind him and said, hey, I want to try that too. We saw Jordan Taylor, who ran in the top 5 the entire day, get wiped out. We saw a bunch of other people get wiped out. And then all of a sudden, you look up at the leaderboard, and instead of what it's been all day, which is like Corey Heim first, Lane Riggs second, Jordan Taylor third, like that was the top 3 the entire day. All of a sudden, it's Corey Heim, Ty Majeski, Gio Ruggiero, Ben Rhodes, and Cam Waters is your top 5. It's like, okay, what? We're going to go from the first 95, literally the first 95% of this race, nothing. Just everyone's just doing their own thing, chilling. Everyone's driving perfectly, like no incidents, no cautions. Couple of small things, but nothing like race altering. And then all of a sudden, one caution happens with under 10 laps to go, and everyone just loses their minds. It's a NASCAR Truck Series race, I guess, but yeah, Cam Waters ends up in the top 5. Like, I saw when this last restart came, I was like, maybe he could get the top 10, but a top 5, you would need a good chunk of the top 10 to wipe out, and that's exactly what happened. So for those of you who care about Cam Waters scores the top 5. Didn't really do much today, truly. Just ran his own race, had 0 run-ins, 0 incidents, 0 mistakes, and put himself in position late in this race. And when the Truck Series did crazy late race restart things, he just did what he did the rest of the day. He stayed out of the way. Finishes 5th in his Truck Series road course debut. It's only his third truck start. His 4th NASCAR start overall. Had a top 20 at Kansas on an oval last year. He crashed out at Martinsville, but the road course, this is where we expect a guy like Cam Waters to run well. This is his type of track. It's his full-time job. He does road course racing in supercars. So to see him in the top 5 is not a shock, but it's how he got there. That was kind of a shock. Other notable guys that finished up here, Brent Cruz finishes in the top 10. He was in the top 3 for the top 5 even for a good chunk of the first half of the race, but then just fell off in stage 2 and made up some positions there at the end to finish 8th. He's going to be in the ARCA race at Lime Rock Park here in a bit. Same story for Jordan Taylor, or not the same story. Jordan Taylor was in the top 5 the entire day. This is an endurance racer, a guy who's known. He's won the 24 Hours at Daytona. I think he's won Le Mans as well. So he's had so much success in endurance. He's raced at Lime Rock in endurance racing, and that was a big advantage for him. He qualified on the front row, ran in the top 5 the entire race until late race shenanigans hit. He gets forced off. He goes in the dirt, and he ends up finishing 20th. So if I had to guess, his average running position would have probably been a 4-something, a 3-something, but ultimately, those last 3 to 4 laps, he finishes 20th because, as I said, late race shenanigans. Josh Bilicki gets a top 10. Thorsport with 3 in the top 5, including Cam Waters. Like, huge day for Ty Majeski in terms of the bubble and whatnot. But Corey Heim has 1 billion playoff points. He's won again. That's his 5th win on the year, I believe. He has up to 50 playoff points now if you include the regular season championship. He got the fastest lap just for the heck of it. But Cam Waters scores the top 5 by simply survive. I'm telling you guys, I don't know what else to say on his day. Simply ran 12th to 14th, 12th to 15th, the majority of the day. Everyone wiped out. He finishes 5th. As for everything else, Lime Rock Park, it's a fun track, as I said. It's a cool track, but I wish we could have had like normal pit stops, a normal road course race with altering strategies, just kind of to have a different level of spice, a little bit of something, you know, different tire strategies even to see if people could chase each other down, because it was so even, it felt like, that we couldn't see any difference and we didn't see much. We saw some passing, sure, but for the most part, not the most exciting race. So hopefully they can get another race where they can actually have live pit stops. They can have different strategies playing out and, you know, things can happen. So, yeah, hope those of you who went to the race had a great time. Hope your driver did well if you watched at home like me. But wild NASCAR truck finish. We got the Cup Series tonight. It's a Saturday night Cup Series race. It's a rare Saturday night Cup Series race at Echo Park Speedway. And I will update you on that. Will probably be a late night upload here in the United States, but looking forward to that. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next one.